Hello paper crafters, welcome to another Design with Jo video. I'm Joanne Rogers, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Central Alberta, Canada, and I've been designing with you in mind since 1999. Today I want to do a card that uses embossing paste to give it a little bit more life. And we're going to use our embossing paste and color it. So the embossing paste that I'm going to use is just the plain white one, so the regular one, the first one that Stampin' Up! Came out with. And when you take off your lid, you screw off your lid, you can see that that's what the paste looks like inside. And I've had this paste for a little bit, and it has dried out just a little bit, and I've added just a couple drops of water to make it a little bit more pliable again. And then these are our palette knives. It comes a set of 3. And I'm going to use this guy both to mix with as well as to put it onto my my template. So we're going to use stencils. This is the Pattern Party Decorative Masks, and there are 4 different masks in this set, and I'll just pull them out so that you can see. They are clouds. Let me just grab a piece of cardstock here. So they are clouds. There's a brick pattern. This one's great for Christmas and the chimney that Santa's going down, or for bricks on a house, on a wall. And then this is a medallion, and this one I've used several times, and it's one of my favorites. I think probably the best one for doing sort of simple backgrounds is maybe this sort of diamond pattern, and these are made out of a plastic, and we're going to put that over top of our paper and then run our embossing paste over top of it. So to color our paste, we're just going to take some out, just a little bit. You really don't need very much. Take some out, and I'm going to put it into an embossing powder container. And I'm going to put the lid right back on this. So air is not good for this embossing paste. It dries out very quickly. And I'm going to add a little bit. I'm looking at the color of my wood grain paper here, and I'm going to add just a little bit of my espresso and a little bit of the gray granite. I think it's actually very close to the gray granite. So I'm going to put a drop of the gray granite in there. Actually, that worked out to 2 drops. And I'm going to put 1 drop of the, it'd be great if I could get half a drop of the early espresso in there. And then I'm going to mix it up. I'm just going to mix it, stir it around a little bit. I don't want this to be too dark. I want it to sort of blend into the background of the paper a little bit if I can. So, and if I get some white bits in there, that's not such a bad thing either, but I am trying to mix it up as much as possible to create a color. I take it on my palette knife, and make sure you're working on something that you can put your, it doesn't matter if you get some of the embossing paste on there. So then all you do is put it straight down on top of the embossing paste, and then use the flat of the palette knife to go over top. Now I wouldn't try and get these completely covered. I think some of the charm is when you lift off and you've only got some of it. So actually I quite like that color. It's fairly close to the lines in the background of the paper, which is great. I may end up using it like this, I'm not sure. I do like these little bits where you didn't get, where I didn't get the diamond in there. So seeing as I still have some embossing paste, and then this actually goes a long way. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. It will dry fairly quickly. And I think I'm going to put some of this pattern on this one. Now these are bigger spaces, so it will take a little bit more of the embossing paste. So again, you're just sliding it right over across. You want a very thin coating of this. You don't want it to be thick. And it'll go right into those crevices. And get as much as you can off the back, and then just scrape it right off, and it will just leave a very little bit. And I sort of like that one too. The key to this is when you are done with them, as soon as you're done, put them into water. Because, and same with your palette knife, put that into water, because otherwise it will dry on there very quickly, and then you won't have a nice smooth embossing mask or stencil. So I'm just going to clean this up. I'm going to let these dry, and they don't take very long to dry. And I'm also going to clean out my little container. They probably will only take a couple minutes to dry, but I'll let them dry and I will clean up, and then we'll come back and do the rest of the card. Before I move on anymore, I am going to show you how I clean this. So I'm just going to use my finger and wipe off the embossing paste, and then take a piece of paper towel and just wipe that off. That one's clean and ready to go. I'm going to, with my hands, just rub over top of my stencil and try and get that embossing paste off. Do the same thing with this one. As long as it was sitting in water, and this is warm water. If I had a little square container, that might be a little bit better. So as long as it's sitting in there, you're pretty safe. I'm going to put it on top of my paper towel and just wipe it. And then once it's wiped dry, you can put it back into your plastic bag and you are good to go. We're back and we're ready to finish off the card. So we're going to first of all stamp our tree with the Lovely as a Tree set. And you can tell how long I've had this set because it's in the old plastic that the original that it came in. And it is a beautiful stamp set. If you do not have this at your stash of supplies, you're going to want to pick that up. It really is a great one and it works for all occasions. So we're making a sympathy card today. So I'm using the Memento stamp pad and I'm going to use it upside down on top of my stamp. I'm going to stamp straight down and straight up. And now I'm going to cut this out with the largest of the stitch shape framelit squares. So the largest square, and I'm just going to put that straight over top, and I'm going to run it through my Big Shot using my magnetic platform. Here we go, it's all cut out. You just need to pop that out, press it a little bit to pop it out, and you've got your stitching along the sides. Put that off to the side. And now we're going to take the piece that we did the embossing paste on top, and I think that you can see it's got you can probably hear the edge on it. This is probably about 5 minutes after I put it on, and it is dry. So I'm going to use liquid glue to put that down just because it's got a little bit of heavier weight to it. So I'm just going to glue all the way around. And I'm going to put that, I think I want it to go this way. I'm going to put it onto my card towards the middle. And that will need just a couple seconds to firm it up. But in the meantime, I will go ahead and I'm going to stamp my words along the bottom. And my words are from the Kindness and Compassion set. This is a beautiful set. So if you are needing to express your gratitude to people who have expressed compassion or sympathy to you, it's great. It is also wonderful for thanks with our thank you and with heartfelt gratitude. Today we're going to use Our Sincere Condolences, and it really is just a very, very pretty font that this is done in. So I've already pulled that off and put it onto my stamp. Ink that up with my Memento. And this is a very subtle kind of card, and I'm going to put that down along the bottom here. Try and get that straight without getting my head in there too much. Okay, so just Our Sincere Condolences. And so I've got my piece of Very Vanilla with my tree on it, and I have a piece of basic black that is 2 7/8 square, so 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And I'm going to put Snail just to hold this down. And then I'm going to put that on top of my card, and it's going to extend beyond the wood grain. I want to see that little bit of embossing paste off the side. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Wink of Stella and I'm going to put it right over top of the tree, off the branches. And the ink will stay pretty much where it is, but I'm just getting a little tiny bit of glimmer there, and I'll hold it up, hopefully that you can see. It's not very much, it's very, very subtle, so I'm hoping that you can get a little bit of that through the camera. And really, it's not, I don't want it to be overt, I just want it to be subtle. So there's your sympathy card. Very quick, very simple. You can go ahead and make a whole bunch of these backgrounds using the templates while you have it out. Just make sure don't let it dry and you'll be great. So thanks very much for joining me today. I hope you like the project. If you do, please like it below and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. All the supplies I used are listed in the description on the video. And if you currently do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, I would love to be your gal. Check me out at www.designwithjo.ca. I post regularly and I would love to have you join in. Thanks very much and have a super paper crafting day.